happy to introduce Mark Abadi. Did I say that correctly, Mark?
Yes, perfectly.
Great. And it's wonderful to have such a full room. I'm going to read a little bit about Mark. I have to say I enjoyed looking up his bio and learning about him. So, after a chance meeting with a spiritual teacher at the age of 15, Mark began his inner exploration through meditation and philosophical investigations. He's now a public speaker, life coach, therapist, and author who teaches advanced meditation across the globe. One of my favorite things when I was learning about him was what he said about his website, which is markabadi.com. He said, it's dedicated to empowering people to positively manifest their own ideal futures. Your truth is what you are supposed to be living. It is what will make you feel comfortable being you. And then he says more, but I want to give you more time. So the last thing I'll say is that he has this wonderful book, Evolve. And he's a fun guy, in case you didn't notice. And there's one seat up here if somebody wants to come. And I will also mention that he's going to be in Mountain View at East West Bookshop. And he will tell you more about both of those things. And I'm sure be entertaining and enlightening. Let's welcome Mark Abadi.
Thank you. There's really two ways to go about this, as with everything in life. It's a paradox. I could sit and, as I've seen observed before, sit inside the states of awareness that have happened behind me and just let you observe what that looks like for me to be in the neutral non-mark. Or I could perform with Mark. Now, the title of this is Chopping Wood Before, Chopping Wood After. People familiar with that sort of course you are here. Familiar with that sort of sentence. I say, bit of a wanker before enlightenment, bit of a wanker after enlightenment. And it's true, because just like, who was before? Ken. Was it Ken? Who was just before me?
Rick.
Rick fantastically explained that the states of awareness that happen to you, language, it's wrong. It doesn't happen to you. But the states of awareness that allow you to become the being don't happen to the personality, don't happen to the front end. And so this concept that we anthropomorphize, we create this human concept that a spiritual person, someone with a state of awareness, will be going, ah, floating through the earth. And that somebody smashes up the car and they go, it's fine. Someone kills their mother, it's fine, no problem. It's just not the case, because the personality cannot become enlightened. The personality cannot even have the state of awareness of beyond mind, because it's beyond themselves. So beyond mind is a terms. When beyond mind happened to me about 4 years ago, please just keep creeping in, it's okay. When beyond mind happened to me, it's so overwhelmingly humbling to Mark to suddenly go, hi, I'm not me. And then inside the space where I'm not, I am. Now it's all just theory until you are it. It's like it's meaningless and you can talk about it and you can Ken Wilber mental masturbation it, oh yes, no, the spiral dynamics of the integrated universe and quantum, here's a mathematical formula that will never get you there. You can't think your way out of thinking. You can't swim your way out of the swimming pool. However, like one of my favourite philosophers, Alan Watts. He presented so beautifully and so eloquently. I dream of being that eloquent. He said that Zen, for example, Zen Buddhism, which is the closest to the form that I explore. I'm not a Buddhist. I have no isms to me. I am practically teach and experience trueness of being. And it's all about authenticity. But what he said about Zen is that Zen says there's nothing to teach. Yet there's reams and reams of books on shelves. The most written about topic in the world is Zen. How can that be? What are these people writing about? And that's the paradox, that you have to take yourself to the edge of your edge by using the vehicle, the only thing you've got, which is the personality. And you go, okay, come on personality, come on Mark, let's meditate. Oh, but I want to go out with that girl. Mark, come on, yeah, you know, have your fixed practice, get your routine, you know, it's like brushing your teeth. Oh, but I'm tired, I don't want to, and there's a film on, and let's go, let's meditate. Okay, so you sit, and you practice the philosophy of the unknowable, the Spinoza, Plato's cave. You'll never know what you don't know. And you can't sit there and go, right, I'm going to know what I don't know. Shit. And for me, the beyond mind state happened to me only after I got into the surrender point. I sat for 10 days. I belong to a nameless, idealist group who happen to acquire states of realization. And one of the processes is going beyond mind, going through the mind tunnel, going beyond the birth-death cycle, if you want the words. And I sat for 10 days, and by the 8th day, I was ready to quit. I said, I fucking hate this. I've been through every movie I've ever seen, every girlfriend I've ever dated, every place I've ever been. I'm desperately, can't you just explain it to me? Get a piece of paper, show me. That's it, and then I said, that's it, I quit. I'd been meditating for 10 years, no drugs, no alcohol, no meat, meditating. Okay, I'm not amazing at meditating. You can see my personality is very large, so it likes to play. So I said, I quit. I'm going to go home, I'm going to take some acid with my friends and go into the forest and have fun like I used to do as a kid, you know, and just explore. And I'll go for an ayahuasca ceremony, why not? There's one here. No. So then I decided to quit. That was it, I quitted. I just said, I'll sit here for the next 2 days just out of respect for the people who gave me their space. But that's it. I quit this meditation, I'm no good at it. Clearly I'm not set out for it. I sat back and I sat into the seat. And vroom, just the absolute perfection of it. And it's not that anyone's different from anyone else down here. Everyone's the personality, but when you sit back into the beyond mind space, the perfection of perfection, and you know it for yourself. It's no longer a mental idea. And before you have it, you thought you got it. But when you actually unfold into the space that you are already in, I know it's annoying. I know, it's like, who's that guy, the British guy who stands up and all he says is, I'm not here. There's no one to answer your question. Who is he?
Tony Parsons.
God, it's so annoying. I like his mate though, Leo Hartong. He's cool. He wrote my book before me, the bastard. Not this book. Anyway. The overwhelmed nature of it's all perfect right now. And what you realize, and that's beyond mind. That's not even enlightenment. I'm not even talking about enlightenment. I'm not enlightened. I'm beyond mind. Now I jokingly call it halfway to enlightenment. Obviously a joke. But what you realize at this beyond mind space where go through the mind tunnel, outside of the personality, and there you are, not as the personality, aware and conscious, and it's all complete and it's all already perfect. You realize this thing. And I wish I could Vulcan mind meld with you and give it you. I'm working on it. No, it's not, I can't. But what you realize is this. Everyone is perfectly who they're supposed to be. And I don't know what you Maya read out. Where's Maya? Maya read out. I don't know if I said you're supposed to do anything. I've stopped saying supposed. You're not supposed to do anything. You are doing exactly what you're supposed to do, and you can't not do that. It's like, if you wanted to, you could go home now and sit in a cupboard under the stairs until you died, and that would be your life path. You can't fuck it up. You are it already. And the only thing you need to do is to be authentically you. We've each got our own vehicle. Mark's vehicle likes to be theatrical in his double Leo way, and likes to dance and sing. And so I could sit outside of Mark and just channel from me words, and that would be effective. And even inside the stillness, you can feel it. It's behind the words that we're talking about. The point is, you can all realize it. But if you think your personality is going to change, it's only going to change if you're hiding stuff, if you're being inauthentic, if you're wearing a mask, if you're like married to someone who you hate, and you start meditating and you go into your states of realizations, you'll come out and you'll go, what the hell am I doing with this person? I don't even like them. Oh, I'm getting divorced. Oh, meditation's really changed you. No, sort of. So, I really want to offer this reflection. It really is all perfect. It really is all perfect. Even the shit. Hitler, perfect. And that's not a sexy concept from a human way, because the human being wants the enlightenment to go, no, you have to do this to be good, or this is bad, naughty boy, rejection, acceptance. But what does the oneness need?
Nothing.
What can you add to the oneness? What can you take away from oneness? So what does God need? God needs you to be good. Why? God doesn't give a shit. It's all perfect already. Now, we can do the human thing and go, yeah, it's all perfect already, fuck it. Yeah, no, I'm going to steal from them. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, oh, I'll just kill her. It's fine, it's perfect. And do you know what? There are some enlightened people that behave like that. I know a few of them. And I've seen them before, and I've known them for 20 years. And I saw them before, and then I saw them after they did their enlightenment. And they become more authentically themselves. And if they've got shit in the back that they've not dealt with, that will come to the surface, and they'll go off the rails if they hadn't looked at it. So, my offering is the suggestion that you can't know your way out of knowing. You can't use the same vehicle that got you into the problem to get you out of the problem. It's an Einstein adaptation. You can't use the same tool that got you into the problem to get you out. Mark got me into this problem. And that's fine. Mark has fun. Mark's the one who can taste strawberries. My beyond mind has no idea what a strawberry tastes like. Not that it cares. It's like, what? And when you go to that space and say, what do you need? It goes, what? What do you want? So what's the point? There's no point. I know, it's not sexy, but the truth shall set you free. And the freedom is the ability for you to stop jagging against the universe as you go round it, trying to resist, trying to control it. Instead, just like, oh God, what's his name? Who before me? Rick. I keep wanting to call him Lionel or something. Just like Rick said, he talked about what people with these states of awareness he's noticed happen. They get into sync, and I think he asked everyone at the beginning, who with their spiritual practice has seen the universe unfold a little bit more easily for them. Now, I call that the quantum slipstream, because my background, I haven't told you anything about me. My background is psychology, and therapy, and treatments of the alternatives, nutrition, diet, and then I moved into the quantum physics of explaining how very simple things, everything that was spoken about this morning, explaining about how the very complex is actually the very simple, the perfected simplicity of it. And here's the thing, it's not that it's really complex, it's not. It's that it's so simple we miss it. It starts before the very formation of the question, just like Maurizio said, talking about non-duality and quantum physics. For something that can't be discussed and something that can't be explained. It happens before the journey. It's like if I've got contact lenses in and I go, where are my contact lenses? Where did I put them? And I go around the world, I could search the universe forever. I'll never find them because the contact lenses are before where I started looking. Now that being said, so what the hell can you do? You can train to be authentic. Honest. Now, the reason why it's all about love, and you'll hear the hippies say this, it is. The universe really is all about love. Why? Because the universe is completely accepting of everything. The universe is sitting there. Do you think the universe cares if a star explodes and 1 billion people die? Do you think the universe goes, oh, shit? No, the universe goes, whatever, it's cool. Same if a star's born and people are born, life, creatures. The universe doesn't go, yes! It goes, whatever. It's completely unconditionally accepting, just as, and our closest to being able to be that is love. If you love somebody, you accept them. You never reject anyone you love. I love you, I'm fucking rejecting you. No, it's like the closest we get in our dual state is this heartfelt acceptance and love. And the one word I want to give you that it happens when you realize, and I can help you. I can help you actually realize for yourself, I can't do shit. I have nothing to teach you. Well, Mark's got stuff to teach you about psychology and about wellness and good habits and all the psychology stuff. Some psychology knowledge. But in terms of becoming, there's nothing that can be taught. You can practice stillness and then find, if you're lucky enough, someone who knows how to build a rocket ship so you can go to the moon. Because you could study astronaut training and train all your life and look at the maps and have all the maps. But if you ain't got a spaceship, you're not going to the moon. I can help you with that. Talk to me. Yes?
I love it when you talk about love. And when you're so full of love, wouldn't you be transforming your personality?
You know, you're right, there is, but that love is an acceptance. So if I like strawberries and I don't like tomatoes, I'm not going to go, oh, poor tomatoes, I should love them, and like, oh, you're feeling left out. And it's almost the same for humans. It's like, if there's somebody who's like an agitated bastard, and he comes up to me and he's poking me, metaphorically or physically, yeah, and I'm like, oh, I'm so full of love. In fact, I'm so full of love for myself that I'm going to say, you know what, let's stop that. Go away. Or I could say, poke me. I'm the Zen master. I'm unirritable. It's like the love has to come to yourself first, and the love and respect that you are who you are, to honor that vehicle. And that's one of the things I talk about, is to honor your truth, honor who you really are. If you like strawberries, eat strawberries. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, your opinion, every opinion you could possibly have, is wrong. and simultaneously right. So, as I said, there were two ways to go about it. Yes, Pete?
The Sufis have a saying, everything is perfect as it is and needs to be improved.
I love it. Everyone, you have to go and see Perrin at some point today. Tomorrow, I think you're on.
2 o'clock today.
2 o'clock today. Everyone's...
We're on.
Anyway, so thank you for indulging. As I said, there were two ways to do it. I could have sat and just been in my state, and I can still. You can come up to me and say, "Oh, I'd like to talk to the state, please," and I'll say, "Okay." What? And we can talk from the state, or you can talk to Mark about his opinion of the thing he can never have an opinion about. So I do have a workshop at East West Bookshop on the 2nd of November. It's just a free event. It's just riding the quantum slipstream. So that is all about how to get into sync with the universe, because there are ebbs and flows in it. And if you're being authentic, the universe will enable you to flow more easily, and you'll glide and flow like Tai Chi. And also I've got my book, which is here or in the bookshop. And all of you should have like my little flyers I passed around, my little Evolve flyers. So, yeah, and Evolve. What did Rick plug my Evolve? You've got the rest. Anyway, thank you. I don't think I have any time for questions, but maybe one brief.
What was the word you were supposed to mention? Supposed to help you?
What was the...
You said the end, you left it out.
What did I leave?
Concept that can guide you.
The concept that can guide you is be authentically you. Find somebody who can build rocket ships. I know somebody. You don't have to believe me. You can experience it for yourself. Because if you haven't got a rocket ship, you're not going to the moon. And if you don't want to go to the moon, that's also cool. You know what I mean by the moon, right? No, you don't. And that's the beauty of it. But you can do. You can do, actually, practically, and you don't need to learn anything. Cool. Thank you. I think I'll end.